warm up for race number 2. Got a very bit of a jump cut there from Martin. So, Byron, what are your predictions for race number 2 here? Who are you looking at?
I believe we will see catastrophic shenanigans followed by unbelievable horrificness, and then possibly the apocalypse.
Oh. Everybody heading out to get their last little, tweaks of the setup, adjustments to tire pressures, whatever the case may be.
And Kung Fu fighting.
Everybody was Kung Fu fighting.
Wow, you did that on time and in tune. I don't know what's happening.
It happens every so often.
The cold has affected your brain.
I don't think so. If the cold was the solution here, I would have been on tune long ago.
He's all jacked up on Starbucks and cold.
I'm drinking a Starbucks right now.
Grotesque. I didn't know that you had $93,000 to throw around per beverage.
They put them on for like 2 for $5 at the grocery store all the time.
That's not too bad.
So I pick them up. I also picked up some vegan chicken nuggets. This will be interesting.
That's called cauliflower. You should have just bought cauliflower. It's cheaper.
No, it's not cauliflower. It's one of those like chickpeas. Idea.
Wow. It's not even Wednesday.
They were on for $3.99. I picked them up. We'll see.
Do you know what the difference is between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea?
Not really.
I've never paid to have a garbanzo bean on my face.
Sebastian Gunther will lead the way here, and somebody got a false start there. Gunther leads the way from Adam Komorowski. Andrew D in 3rd place, getting dropped by Komorowski. Komorowski to the front. Dang. Adam Komorowski with a fantastic start. Now watching was him that got the jump start penalty. I don't know. I didn't catch who it was. I just caught that someone got one. Mike Stopbill not with a very good start. In fact, he's slipped down to 12th place with Ziska and Bacchus. We're on board with Mike Stopbill, as if his name summoned the camera. Oh, Mauricio Delgado the wrong way. Oh no! That was some very bad driving by whoever that was that tried to drive across traffic. Called it. By the way, we have more cars in 22. This is just a glitch that the race room director unfortunately has, where it only shows 22 names on the tower. So unfortunately, there are more people here. I don't know how many more, but there are. Peter Bacchus moving into 11th place there, ahead of Josiah Jerome. But then he loses the spot right back. Henrik Andreasen up to 8th at the start, battling with Magic Kaszczuk, and he will overtake him through the corkscrew. Komorowski still leads from Gunther, D, Ermer, and Costa, your top 5. There is Mike Stopmill, 2nd place in race 1 and championship leader, making his way into 8th ahead of Magic Kaszczuk. Where's Tobias? Tobias Thierolf is of the 3 super drivers, the one who got the worst start. He is down to 14th.
15th and a half.
In fact, I think that's the first time we've seen what livery he's running. That's how quiet of a race 1 he had. Josiah Jerome battling for a top 10 spot. And we move forward to Henrik Andreasen, moving past Martin Edmonds for 6th. Josiah Jerome up into the top 10. Sebastian Gunther in the pink Porsche. 2nd place. Trailing Adam Komorowski. This is a track that produces some odd winners in reverse grids because, of course, there's not a lot of great overtaking spots around Laguna Seca. You can get around at the Andretti hairpin. You can get around at the corkscrew if you are exceedingly brave. most turns have some level of overtakeability, but like it is pretty difficult. So it is a chance to be that one where you get an oddball one every so often. Tobias Thierolf making his way past Ross Hayden for 13th place. Team Ryder DNF'd in race 1, hasn't stopped him from showing up here today and doing pretty well up into 20th place. Ahead of Delgado and Valoria.
You know what they should do? They should race those six-wheel cars from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That would be dope.
We'd be dope. Get on it, Racer. Henrik Andreasen around the outside of Rene Armour. They've got the same livery, but that does not mean that they're working together. Armour holds on for fourth right now. Team Ryder losing a couple spots there. Magic Kazchuk on the tail of Martin Emmons. Reverse of their race 1 results. Stop Mill up to 7th. Race 1 runner Henrik Andreasen up to 5th and trying to get past Armour again. And I think he's got it this time. He's got the inside line here for the corkscrew. That should... No! Armour stays ahead! Rene Armour in the Danish versus Norwegian battle. But the time stayed ahead, but I spoke too soon.
Yeah,
Mauricio Delgado going side by side with Raul Valoria, I believe that was.
I like Mauricio's initiative on that one.
Well, he ended up off the track, so I'm not sure if it worked out for him.
Well, I mean...
Andreasen did overtake Armour, so he's got 4th place. He's up 8 spots from his starting position. By the way, it means that we had a reverse 12, not reverse 10. That doesn't make any sense, though, because the 11th and 12th place guys... I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting the wrong number there. Mike Stoppmill up to 6th. Overtaking Antonio Costa.
My cat just freaked out because he heard some kind of sound. And I took the earphone off my right ear and was like, I don't hear anything. Oh, wait.
Mike Stoppmill in 6th place, trying to get past Rene Armour, but we saw with Henrik Andreasen, Armour is a tough man to pass. As that is somebody drifting back, but it appears to have been a lapped car. So somebody has fallen off the lead lap already. Tobias Thierolf looking down the inside of Peter Backus and making his way into 12th. Mikey Stoffs on the attack.
You gonna kill them all.
Martin Emmons, you've been fined multiple credits as Henrik Andreasen overtakes Andrew D. for 3rd position. Next up on his list is Gunther, and Stoppmill makes his way past Rene Armour as well into 5th. Next up on his list, Andrew D. Mauricio Julian having a much better race, too. Running in 22nd place.
Well, once you get that out, the squirrels out of your trunk, probably works a lot better.
Tobias Thierolf looking to move up a spot. He will overtake David Ziska. By the way, Josiah Jerome's fallen down to 12th, so not so great for him. Him and Ziska going door to door. He'll pick up that 11th spot, though, through the kink. Side by side heading into the corkscrew. This is brave. Ziska versus Jerome. Ziska will hang on. Jerome gave him a bump, but it wasn't enough. Stop mill on the tail of Mr. Andrew D. Right behind him, Rene Ermer. Henrik Andreasen overtakes Gunther for second place. And I think we just lost somebody based on how fast they fell down the order, but I didn't catch who it was. Just off track and then gone.
I believe it was D.B. Cooper.
Might have been D.B. Cooper. Be a hell of a thing if it was D.B. Cooper. Paul Eper looking to get past Steve Davidson, who's having a better race 2 than he did in race 1. Eper will make the overtake. Eper had a very solid race 1. Was headed for what I thought was going to be a top 10. Made a couple of late mistakes, ended up in, I think, 12th place. Henrik Andreasen, the race 1 winner, has caught up to Komorowski. Some side-to-side banging between Antonio Costa and Rene.
Bam!
On board with the race 1 winner, Henrik Andreasen. Gave it a day in 3rd place in the championship. In a pretty good spot here to possibly take the lead in the championship if he can beat Stockmill again. And Thirol seems to be making progress, but only is up to 10th. Peter Backus drive-through penalty for ignoring track cut warnings.
My back is what?
We'll have to serve.
I heard that Ross Hayden punched a gopher.
That will put Backus quite a ways down from his 12th place at the moment. And we are on board again with the race 1 winner, Henrik Andreasen. Timo Ryder is off the track. And he'll drop behind Julian Delgado. Might have retired, to be honest. Komorowski's still leading. Took the lead at the Andretti hairpin at the start of the race and continues to hang on. Andreasen, Gunther, and Stockmill giving chase. Martin Edmonds further back, looking to make an overtake on Andrew D. He wants that top Canadian honor. You could say that Martin is a top guy.
Good say that. Henrik Andreasen looking to make a move, but will stay behind Komorowski for the time being. Trying to go around the outside here. I don't think that that's really on. But I'll tell you who is on. Mike Stockmill just overtook Andrew D. Sebastian Gunther for 3rd place. Let's see if Peter Backus elects to serve his penalty here. He does have to serve it within 3 laps of getting it, so it's got to be soon. Either this time around or the next time. But he's continuing on with Josiah Jerome in behind him. Probably, I'll tell you what, Josiah probably wishes he would just serve that penalty and get out of his way. Just put him in the wall. Solves both problems.
Well, not really. Martin Edmonds. Oh, contact with D. Shoves him wide. And Kaschuk and Thierolf make their way through as well. That was probably a bad move by Martin. You kind of want as many cars between you and Thierolf as you can get. And by kind of giving D a little bit of the hard shoulder, it's just opened the door for Thierolf to do his thing. As he is trying to take 8th place here from Magic Kaschuk. Heading into the corkscrew, who will blink? And Kaschuk, well, neither of them really blinked, but Kaschuk ends up behind.
Rene Ermer is caught up to the battle for the lead along with Antonio Costa, so there are 6 guys who legitimately could still take this, although with Andreasen and Stoppmill having actually got... Oh no, Adam! It was looking so good for Adam Komorowski, but he spins it at the final turn.
Well, I mean, there's more turns.
Oh, Backus is into service penalty.
So nearly half the race left. It's more turns.
Yeah, but you have to serve it within 3 laps of getting it.
Well, possibly.
So Stoppmill and Andreasen have gotten to the front, setting up a round 2 battle between the two of them. Backus didn't drop back too far. They still have Gunther not too far behind. Ermer, Costa, Thierolfsen 7th. Kaschuk, D, Jerome rounding off the top 10. Komorowski dropping all the way down to 15th place. So Andreasen continues to lead by about 1 second over Stoppmill. Gunther is 3rd. He is in the pink car right at the front of this group, followed by Ermer and Costa. Then it is Edmonds and this man, Tobias Thierolf, trying to make his way through. Following that, you've got Maciej Kaschuk, Andrew D, Josiah Jerome, Dave Ziska, Ross Hayden, Steve Davidson, Paul Eper, Adam Komorowski, Fotis Zoglu having a good second race here in 16th place, ahead of Rick Martel. And then it's Peter Backus, Raul Valoria, Mauricio Delgado, and Mauricio Curion. Adam Stewart is still running, but he is lapped. Peter Backus overtaking Rick Martel there for 17th. Ross Hayden going side by side with Dave Ziska in the black car. Ziska making the overtake happen, moving into 11th place. He's had a pretty productive day. And it's been an exciting day. He's been constantly in battles, which is, in my opinion, that's the best way to spend your day racing.
Just a flanged mace out the window and swinging at everybody.
Indeed. On board with Tobias Thierolf, who came in today in 2nd place in the championship, but 3rd place in race 1 may have, well, actually, I don't even just say may. I think it just did. Put him behind Henrik Andreas and somebody off the track there. It's Raul Valoria. And he's been frustrated so far by Martin Edmonds. He's made his way through the grid. Oh, Mike Stoppmill with a rare slowdown. He's out there pushing. Mauricio Delgado. Ooh, that's a little clumsy. And he's going to get the spot back. That is, I think, gentlemanly by Mauricio. Although they both lost a spot to Mauricio Julian because of that. Mauricio Julian's like, "Thank you, gentlemen. I will come on through." Rene Ermer having a very solid run in 4th place. Still might have a shot at the podium. Sebastian Gunther standing between him and that glory. They pulled a little bit clear of Antonio Costa. And that is Ross Hayden still giving chase to David Ziska. For the back, Adam Komorowski, who was looking for a race win not that long ago, or at least a podium. Now it's battling for 14th with Steve Davidson.
Michael, is it true that you've been training in Fujitsu for quite a while now?
Quite a while. What do we think Fujitsu would be as a martial art? What do you think? Is it grappling style or a striking style?
Well, you'd have to. The Fu is on the front, so you'd have to start with the striking, and then you hit him so hard he goes to the ground, and then you jump on him and strangle him.
Oh, so it's like a full-on MMA style thing.
Yeah.
Like, Tobias Thierolf trying to find his way past Martin Edmonds. Whoop. Little touch of the butt. Martin keeps it pointed the right direction.
Touch too much.
There's your boy Mauricio battling with your other boy Mauricio. Delgado versus Julian, 19th place on the line. And Raul Valoria in the mix as well. Ross Hayden moving up. Taking 11th place back from David Ziska. Oh, Martin, what happened?
The bad things happen.
He's very, very far around, and some overtakes happening under yellow flags. That's a little rude. Moving up the world, though, is Andrew D. and Magic Kashchuk and Josiah Jerome. Edmonds rejoins in 9th, Thierolf in 10th.
I heard that Josiah Jerome once punched an iguana.
I hope not. Iguanas are awesome.
They're invasive, punch them.
I mean, you live with the most invasive of all creatures, the goose.
He does invade occasionally. He sometimes invades my sleep. With his claws.
With his claws. With his tiny little death feet.
They're not really tiny. He is a large boy.
You're saying he had the Pixie moment already?
Maybe.
Is the cartoon where Pixie discovers that she has claws?
Oh yeah, right. No, I don't think that's ever been a thing he's not aware of.
Brutus going, Pixie, just flex your paws. Oh!
Dun dun. A whole new world.
Josiah Jerome trying to make his way past Magic Kashchuk. Andrew D. also in reach. There's only 9 minutes left. He's got to make quick work of them if he wants it, but he is up in 8th place right now with 6th place on offer. And there is the battle for the lead. Mike Stoppmill versus Henrik Andreasen. Round 2. These two didn't really have a great deal to do with each other, despite finishing 1st and 3rd at Brands Hatch. Zoglu rejoins, and Josiah Jerome apparently was off track and drops out of the top 10. As a result, Dave Ziska overtaking him for 11th place. Peter Backus served his stop-go penalty, or his drive-through penalty, and continues to roll on, overtaking Fotis Zoglu. Next up on his list is Adam Komorowski. Mauricio, that's not the track.
It might be. You just don't understand.
That's the track. There you go. Rene Ermer moving up to try to take that podium away from Sebastian Gunther, and he will. Ermer to the podium. It actually legitimately makes me feel bad that Rene Ermer used to be one of my main rivals on track, and now I look at what he's doing and I'm like, I couldn't do that. I'm not anywhere near what he can do right now.
Well, I mean, maybe if you had functional legs.
I mean, even before the injury, he had blown far away from me. It was one of those. I've been the opposite side of that. Me and Rick Martel used to be like on track, constant rivals, and I'll be honest, I surpassed him. I don't know about now, but for a while there, I surpassed him. Rene Ermer is me on the opposite side of that. I'm like, we used to be battling, now we are not. Now he's putting the boots to me. Trying to come up with the pro wrestling equivalent here.
You are the Marty Jannetty to his Undertaker.
Was Marty Jannetty and Undertaker ever on the same level? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, probably for a while. But Marty Jannetty's only
I'm thinking more like maybe like an early John Cena feud.
John Cena and Rick Martel.
Carlito? Carlito, there you go. Because they had a long feud. And then it's like... And then Carlito ended up like that was the apex of Carlito's WWE career.
He was Caribbean cool.
He is very cool. On board with Fotis Zoglu. Not really sure why. Josiah Jerome making his way through. That might be a lapped car in the mix there. Or no, it's not. I think it's Dave. Yeah, it's Dave Ziska, and right behind them is Paul Ebert. And Fotis Zoglu needs to respect the track boundaries because he just got the stewarding warning for continuing to abuse track limits. As Ebert picks up a spot there, and Komorowski off the track again. Rejoin.
Zoglu. Row your skis. Gently down the slope. Merrily, 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 merrily.
Life is but a dream.
Michael Smoke.
You know what the weird thing is? And I should actually at some point ask Adam Komorowski this. I used to race with a guy named Adam Komorowski in like another community, like back when I was in college.
That was
I
me.
wonder if it's the same guy.
That was me. That was my speed.
Antonio Costa running in 5th place. Patiently, he's been making up ground and is now on the tail of Sebastian Günther. Antonio Costa is a patient predator. He's a guy who maximizes a lot of situations. And he's done that today. We haven't seen much about him making big risks or anything like that. Rick Martel overtaking Peter Backus. He's falling back again. I don't know why.
Oh, son of a fuck. I was going to say something. My cat just bit me on the arm. Now I don't know what it was.
Paul Eper and Adam Komorowski are off the track. Do you want to comment on that? Maybe
Looks
they got attacked by the goose as well?
They got weepered right out.
Mike Stockmill still in 2nd place. Byron, when was the last time we commented on a race, a doubleheader that Mike Stockmill won either of?
It should have happened at one point, but I don't remember.
I know it's happened. It's. I mean, number one, it's been a while since we commented on a double race round with the minute, but it is impressive. Peter Backus off the track.
I'd say there's been way more times that he's won one and then hasn't won the second one, but that didn't happen very often either.
Yeah, that's because of the reverse grid coming into play.
The perverse grid.
The reverse grid was why I beat him in one race. Only one. It was a really short second race with a reverse grid, and he was coming from, I want to say like P15 on the grid after having won, and I was up at like I finished like 12th or something, so I was starting from like 3rd, and at the end of the race I'm just listening to my crew chief going, "Come on, Michael, we can hold him off." I'm like, "No, we can't." Then I actually did. Tobias Thierolf on the tail of Magic Kazchek. The reverse grid is the key to like all of my great success stories, including my only win in the 3D Speed /Zero Racing Championship. I do have to tip my hat to Mark Klabzul for that one, because no one wanted to try to overtake the two of us when we were fighting.
It's probably a wise decision.
Because there were like spikes and shit. Oh, Gunther in the wall!
Dang.
Right towards the end, he will seems moderately, no real damage. Loses a spot to Costa, but not to D. D's quite a ways behind them. I was thinking that other car there, the yellow car, was battling with the position. Apparently not. That's a lapped car. Mike Stoppmill still on the tail of Henrik Andreasen. Looking to get past him. But Andreasen got the good start of these two and quickly leaped out ahead of him. And though Stoppmill seems to be the faster guy today, at least in this race, he has not managed to really put the pressure, well, find the opening. The pressure is on, but he hasn't really found the opening. Follows him through the corkscrew. He will have one more chance, one lap after this one, to get the job done. Raul Valoria off the track somewhere. There he is. Camera guy was on task for that one.
Picking up the slack for the early mishaps.
Mike Stoppmill down the inside of the final turn. Can't make it work, but he's got side-by-side heading towards the Andretti hairpin. Just better drive out of the corner, though, from Andreasen. He will pull away. I wonder if he's running a lower wing. Or more straight-line speed to a certain degree. Down the inside, Stoppmill going for it into the Andretti hairpin. He overshoots a little bit. And the cutback goes the way of Henrik Andreasen. He will retain the lead. There are not many great overtaking opportunities from this point onwards, but we will see if Stoppmill can do it.
If you can't do it, does he have to do at least one half of a push-up?
No, he might still be in the championship lead after all. Came into the day leading. He's beaten Tobias Thierolf in both races. That was his main rival coming in. They're coming up to a lap car who could play a big role here, but looks like he's going to stay out of the way. I think that was Peter Backus, if I were to guess. It was the livery he's running, and the position does make sense. Adam Komorowski down the inside of Rick Martel for 16th place. Martel did not put up much of a fight there. Martin Edmonds trying to overtake Tobias Thierolf. Good luck with that. Thierolf very off the track. Might open the door here into the final time through the corkscrew for these two. Inside line on the exit for Thierolf. Pushes Edmonds to the outside. Edmonds will have the inside line at the next corner, though. And with a rare moment, Martin Edmonds overtakes Tobias Thierolf.
Dang. I think Tobias might be
place.
able to jack the tits on Holiday Liquor.
There's not going to be enough time for Tobias to come back at him. This is the final turn right here. And Edmonds is going to take it. Henrik Andreasen wins the doubleheader, taking them both home.
Dang.
Mike Stoppmill in second. Rene Ermer will join them on the podium. Antonio Costa, Sebastian Gunther, Andrew D, Magic Kazchuk, Martin Edmonds, Tobias Thierolf, Ross Hayden, your top 10. After that, it is going to be Josiah Jerome, Dave Siska, Steve Davidson, Paul Eper, Fotis Zoglu, Adam Komorowski, Rick Martel, Peter Backus, Raul Valoria, Mauricio Huyon, this man, Mauricio Delgado, and Adam Stewart. Don't know if anyone else finished because the tower glitch prevents us from seeing 23rd and down. So we'll see. We had more than 22 cars on track at the start. Let's see if they all fell out way or if we got there. There are your final results. Fastest lap to Henrik Andreasen. I like Backus's team name there. Time is money. Just waiting to see if it'll scroll. There we are. Scrolling down. Oh, no, everybody else was DNF'd. Timo Ryder, Ken Scott, Ariel Zatoni, Yuri Kretachfield, Dennis Patterson, Bernie Ecclestone, James Butler, Bertrand Barrier, David Feit, and Jeremy Reeder and Andy Darnell. I'm not sure how many of them just didn't start race 2. Let's go through the standings, and then Byron can give us his final thoughts. Mike Stoppmill did retain the championship lead. He has 117 points to Henrik Andreassen's 114 points. He does lead. Tobias is in third, followed by Antonio Costa, Sebastian Gunther, Martin Edmonds, Josiah Jerome, Andrew D, Steve Davidson, and Rene Ermer. Your top AM driver is Ross Hayden, followed by Adam Stewart and Paul Eper. And just says DNF here on the website, so I don't know who didn't start race 2.
Everybody.
Well, not everybody.
1/3 of everybody.
Finished. It was not 1/3, sir. Don't insult the people like that.
Well, I mean, we had 33, and we ended up with 22. It's about a third.
Yeah, but a couple of them, legitimately DNF'd. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, well, it looks like maybe only Ariel Zatoni and Timo Ryder started the race and finished. Ken Scott, why did you not start race 2? You finished race 1. It's confusing.
I had to go get the cocaine.
All right. Well, those were the results from today there. Byron, do you have any final thought words?
Everybody go listen to Judas Priest really loud.